Hello, this is Stephen of Perk Tutor. Welcome and thank you for agreeing to view this presentation. We think you'll find it informational and interesting and perhaps mind-blowing. So first, we're going to give you an overview of how fixed mortgages generally work, and we'll explain to you how you can use the Mortgage Accelerator tool to reduce your expenses and to shorten the length of your mortgage. Most mortgages have four components, which are usually identified by the acronym PITI, that is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Taxes and insurance are usually combined into what's called an escrow. Taxes are levied by the local city and based on the appraisal value of the home. Insurance costs are based on factors such as cost of replacement, crime statistics, the age of the home, and believe it or not, the distance of the home from fire hydrants, and the deductible amount that you choose. Most homeowners who secure a mortgage from a lender allow the lender to maintain an escrow account for them to cover the cost of taxes and insurance, which become due one or two times a year. The amount of the escrow can vary from year to year. An estimate is made of the taxes and the insurance, and then that number is divided by 12, and that amount is added to each monthly mortgage payment. Now, there are two more parts of that acronym, principal and interest. The accelerated payment of principal, and thereby the reduction of expenses, is what this course is all about. The principal is the amount that is loaned by the lending institution in order to buy the house from a builder, a banking institution, previous homeowner, or anyone that's selling the home. The interest is the extra money that the lender gets over time for extending the loan to the borrower. Now, here's a graph of a 30-year loan. 30 years equals 360 payments. Now, the red bars are the interest expense that you'll pay during the life of the loan, and the blue bars are the principal, the amount of the loan that you're paying back. Notice in the early part of the loan, the interest expense far outweighs the principal payments, whereas towards the end of the loan, it's vice versa. The principal payments are much larger than the interest payments. Okay, so now let's take a look at the tool. So on this tool, you'll notice that the yellow areas are those areas that you can input data or make modifications. So in this example, we've got a $200,000 loan. Let's change that to well, before changing it, let's look at the bottom here. So 30-year loan, which equates to 360 payments. At the end of that 360 months, you would have paid $279,000 in interest. Wait a minute. The original loan was only $200,000, and the interest over the life of the loan is more than the amount that you borrowed. So the total amount you're paying for that home is $479,000. Now, up here in the upper right-hand corner is a summary of that information. So for comparison's sake, we can see that the 30-year loan amounts to $279,000 of interest. And because we haven't made any modifications to this loan yet, that's how much you're paying, and there's really no savings. So let's change some of the parameters of this loan. Instead of it being a $200,000 loan, let's change it to $175,000. And the interest, let's change it from 7% or 6%. Now, this is what you're going to be paying at the beginning. This is what you're establishing at the beginning of the loan. Not 600%, 6%. Okay? So we'll have to, when setting up this table, establish when the loan was established. Let's pretend that this loan was established 12 months ago, a year ago, in November of 2015. You add 30 years to that, that takes you to the end of the loan, which is October 2045. Now, again, the interest that you're paying over the life of that loan, 30 years, 360 months, is $202,000. Let's say that you were able to come up with, say, $100 extra payment starting next month. Now, when is next month? Next month is November of 2016. So let's go up here to payment 13. and it'll take us a moment to get there. Let's see if I can figure out a quicker way to get there. Payment 13, we're going to make $100 extra payment, and we're going to do that throughout the rest of the loan. So here at payment 13, we're going to change that from a 1 to a 2, which corresponds to extra payment number 2. And then we have to copy that 2 all the way down the spreadsheet. Okay, so what does that do? That means for the new life of the loan, you're only paying $158,000 in interest, whereas before, for the 30-year loan, it was $202,000. So that amounts to a net savings of $43,000 in interest, just by paying an extra $100 per month over the remaining life of the loan. Now, how much time does that shorten our mortgage period, mortgage life? So let's look at the ending balance. Where does it go to 0? It goes to 0 right here at payment 292. Now, a 30-year loan is 360 payments, but right now we're down to 292 payments, or 292 months, as a result of paying the extra 100. So that shaves off 68 months off the life of the loan. 68 months is 5 years and 8 months. So just by paying an extra $100, you shorten the loan, the life of your loan, by 5 years and 8 months. Pretty good, huh? Especially if you're concerned about, man, how long do I have to work before I can retire? Because who wants to be paying a house mortgage after they're retired? So let's say that we could figure out a way to squeeze $300 extra payment per month. So that means that the interest is reduced to $114,000 for the life of the loan, and you're saving $88,000. That's $88,000, folks. How much does that shave off the life of the loan? So right here is where the ending balance goes to 0, and that is 218 months. So 218 from 360 is 142, which is 2 months shy of 12 years. So if starting next month on a mortgage that was established a year ago, November 2015, if starting next month we make $300 payments, extra payments to the principal and interest over the remaining life of the loan, we shave off 12 years off of that 30-year mortgage. So now our total length of time in paying that mortgage is only 18 years. Pretty good, huh, folks? Okay. So if you would like to take advantage of this application, then you can go to bit.ly/MortgageAccelerator. If you just have questions, you can reach us at perkinstutor1@gmail.com. Thank you for viewing. Take care.